know. I feel like this has never been said, like put out there. But when we shot the pilot, this is a story that Jay and I have like repeated to other people we work with. But we've gone through like 7 lifetimes on this show, you know, like it literally feels like every year we've been like, is it going to happen again? Are we doing this again? Yeah. It became my family and my friends. So like saying goodbye to this has a lot of like carries a lot of weight.
Welcome back to another episode of After We Wrap. Hello, 2024.
Hello.
Still getting used to saying 2024. I can't believe it's 2024.
2024.
It's nuts. So this is a really special episode because it's taken us, I don't know, 34 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 34 episodes to introduce, or 35 episodes to finally introduce someone. And who better than the one and only Barrett Doss? We've seen Barrett Doss on stage in You Can't Take It With You and Groundhog Day, in front of the camera in Iron Fist, 30 Rock, and Station 19, and so much more. But this show, again, as a reminder, is really about who these people are when the cameras stop rolling. So let's dive into who Barrett Doss is when the curtains close and the cameras stop rolling and all the juicy personal, everyone wants to know so many things.
Oh my God. Okay.
But we're just going to keep it light at first.
Great.
Because there's a lot to cover. So you want to start?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming.
Thank you for
being here.
I love the fact that we're matching.
Yes,
I know. We got some
leather. Like toes.
We're all color coordinated very nicely today.
That's
neutral
the universe.
with a pop of
speaking.
Honestly,
some fire.
I think this year has a lot of. I feel change coming in. Obviously, like with a whole new kind of career, future. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. There will be lots of change post this season for Station 19, and so it's scary, but it's also exciting. I would say, And so we'll get into that, but I'm just feeling a whole. I don't know, this energy of like new,
I feel
like
it
new
too.
beginnings,
turning over.
Yeah, 2024, here we come.
So
Barrett, I mean. Tell us, what is the first thing that you do after you've been at work all day?
Oh my God, good question. It
depends, right?
It depends. Mostly I want to take a shower. I feel like that's the number one thing that I need to do when I get home. But sometimes I'm just so exhausted that I go to my fridge and I put some ice in a glass and I go find a bottle of liquor. No, but typically I like to take a shower, get the makeup off my face, and try to alter my mindset. I don't know. I feel like I spend a lot of time decompress.
Yes.
I will talk either on the phone or to my boyfriend about whatever shit happened that day at work. Usually silly stories, whatever, ridiculous thing has happened on any given day. But I like decompressing, but I also like deconstructing our day because, Station 19 takes up a lot of mental space.
I like that, deconstructing.
And like that's like an essential part of my after work process and my out of work process. Like I'm a fairly introspective person and I do a lot of I try to do a lot of work on myself. So thinking about my job, how I behave in my job,
others.
Taking in the people around me, what I can take from them, what I choose to leave, all of that. I really try to absorb as much as I can. So sometimes that involves okay, why do I think this person did this today? Or why did I do this today? And so that kind of deconstruction is usually pretty important for me and is also fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I feel like you have to be a pretty aware person. But and that's what I mean, knowing you and growing closer to you over the years, I feel like you're ultra aware of energy and and people and just, connection and interactions
Yeah.
throughout the day. Yeah.
I
love that. I love that. Go ahead.
If you weren't an actress, what path would you have chosen?
Almost definitely something to do with design. I just thought about this the other day, actually. I was on Instagram doing some stupid shit, but I saw this, I follow this amazing account, and I've actually bought some pieces for my home from this, it's like an antique vintage store out of Chicago called South Loop Loft. They're really amazing. But their buyer had a reel that like showed what it's like to do her job as like a buyer for an antique store and a home store. And it was like she goes to Europe 3 months out of the year and just goes to like flea markets and buys and like uses her eye and her creativity, obviously, to like choose things that then get shipped back to Chicago that they sell out of their store. And it's just, as I was watching that, it like clicked in my head. I was like, oh my God, that's what I want to be doing. I mean, I love acting. Totally I wouldn't want to, leave being an actor. But if I wasn't doing this, or if things went way south, I was like, I could totally be happy doing that.
Yeah.
That's such amazing. Like, I couldn't even fathom what life would look like if you got to spend all this time just like fantasizing about like beautiful, about like beautiful things and like using your creativity and your eye to like pick out what is special, which is
I could totally see that. I could
totally see
right? That. Yeah.
Do you have fun like decorating?
Yeah, it's like probably my main hobby, which unfortunately involves spending a lot of money.
Right.
But it also is like I always have like 70 tabs open on my computer.
Her home is decorated so beautifully. It looks like a magazine.
Thank
looks
you.
like a picture of a magazine, like an architect. What is it?
Architectural Digest.
Yes.
Did you decorate it yourself, or did you? Have
Mostly. I also work with one of my best friends from college who actually studied. I went to NYU. And he was in the film department and was doing like set design, essentially.
Okay.
But he left that and started doing interior decorating and design. And we since we met, 18 years old, freshman year of college, we would like build furniture out of like cardboard and stuff for our dorms. And we're always doing stuff like that. And now we're both, out in the world doing what we went to school for, but we still really enjoy that and connect over that. So I basically hired him as my interior designer, but it's really just the two of us sending those links, right? All those tabs back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's been in process for like 3 years since I bought the house. And so it's just very slow, but I'm trying to go slower this time because I feel like my instinct is always to fill the space up.
Yeah.
And like, I need to take my time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I love
that.
doing that. And
I
I
really
kind of do
love
it myself, but I get help
Yeah.
too.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say something else. You're always like, oh, if you weren't an actor, what would you be doing? Oh, I'd be a scientist.
Oh God, I could never be a scientist. Although I would be into like being like a psychologist. I'm really
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
like highly analytical,
Right.
overly analytical.
Oh, tell me the reason why. Why do you think that is? Let's dive deeper. Let's
How
Yeah.
does that
in
make
it.
you feel?
Yeah.
I'm always trying to get
Yeah.
underneath someone's.
That's good
skin.
though. I love that. You're very connected to heart and feelings,
Yeah, too
like a
connected.
lot of people I know.
I think that's like the artist in us. We're always going to be drawn to anything artistic
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Describe the perfect weekend.
Oh God. Ooh, okay. Well, probably like Friday night, I would want to do something like, go out to dinner, go to like a nice dinner and have a bunch of drinks, maybe do some dancing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't need the
Maybe,
dancing.
maybe.
I just like shooting the shit
Yeah.
with people.
If it
and,
happens,
like,
great.
Talking, laughing a lot, ideally. And then on Saturday, I can relax and sleep in, maybe go for a hike. I like hiking. If I can get it up to like exercise, that usually makes for a better weekend.
Yeah.
But when it happens, and then I don't know. I would like to say do something. One of the weekend days, I would want to just sit and chill
Do not
and watch TV,
Yeah.
watch some of my garbage shows,
Yes.
take an edible,
Like
chill,
yes,
you know,
you're speaking
yeah.
my
smoke some
language.
weed, chill out.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your garbage show? What's your go-to?
I watch a lot of Bravo. So whatever, whichever housewife I'm most obsessed with at any given moment. I don't know. I've kind of been off of Bravo recently and rewatching old stuff. So not like garbage shows anymore, just like stuff that I'm finding a lot of comfort, I think, in rewatching things. So right now I'm actually about halfway through 30 Rock again for probably the 20th time.
Oh, wow.
One of my favorite shows, haven't revisited it in a long time, but it's I still find it like really inspiring. Comedically.
Oh, Dirty Rock.
I couldn't- 30 Rock.
Okay.
I thought
What did
you were
I
going to
say?
say something different.
I know, right?
A new one. I thought you were going to say.
Oh, no. I'm
So
just
30 Rock.
rewatching 30 Rock.
I've never
Wow.
seen 30 Rock. Actually.
Oh, it's well,
Have you? Maybe you've seen it.
it's an amazing show. It's very I truly don't think it could be made in the same way today.
Oh shit.
But
Like The Office.
Yeah. But like I
Just-
wish I could say differently. I wish
Yeah.
we could. I mean, I think that they were really pushing some boundaries even at that time. I
Mhm.
think that the jokes might be written differently now. I don't
Right,
know. I've
right.
never been in a writer's room, and certainly not a comedy writer's room, which is a
Right.
whole different monster than what we experience. But it's but I love that show and I find it like endlessly inspiring.
Isn't it
Yeah, I love it.
interesting when
I
you rewatch a show and then a line is like, you're like, ooh, that doesn't.
Well, they've had to like there are several episodes of that show that you like can't find online anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Just
Okay.
because of some of the content of the episodes. But it's and I don't know. I have to say honestly, I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like our media like represent a moment in time, right? Like our show Station 19 is going to age in a certain way. And I think they're very careful about how timeless or not it can be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that like all media kind of represents the moment that it was made in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so why are we censoring that? I think it's
Uh-huh.
representative
Yeah.
of what of where we are.
Mm-hmm.
It both good and the bad.
Right. It's more of like
So-
view it as an opportunity to do better in the future. Like to
Sure,
yeah,
sure. Or just use it as an opportunity to understand,
Yeah.
like when you look back on it.
Right.
Right.
That
Oh,
was the time.
this was a joke
Mm-hmm.
that people felt comfortable making at this point.
Right.
Here's what doesn't work about that and why.
Yeah.
And then you can
Why
sort
it's
of
changed
move.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, we've
Oh,
learned
okay.
or we want to make this joke smarter or better or more nuanced next time,
Or a little
Um,
more sensitive or empathetic to certain communities. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah. Or just like, I guess yes. And also, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I know what. Yeah. I do feel like going a little off subject. Like we don't receive jokes the same way we used to.
Yeah.
Like we're a little ultra sensitive to. I just wish that.
Well, I think that like there's always a way to make something funnier without punching down at people.
Mm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'm always interested in the truth of who we are as people.
Mm-hmm.
So my feeling is often that like if a character says something fucked up, it says more about them than it needs to say about the person they're talking
Right,
to, right?
right,
And so
right.
we're gaining information about both characters, the person who said it and how the other person receives it.
Yes.
And not necessarily, it doesn't need to say anything or communicate anything to an audience other than this is who this character is,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get that.
So that's I don't know, that's sort of where I don't know. Comedy
No.
also kind of takes all that shit and throws it out the window anyway.
Right,
So
right,
I guess I'm speaking more from like a dramatic standpoint because we talk about that a lot on
Yeah,
Station
yeah,
19
yeah.
too, where like
Yeah.
where does it like can a flawed character be flawed and say something offensive without it being like this is ABC or
Yes.
Station 19 or Shondaland's stance on X, Y, or Z. It's like, of course not. This is this character's
Mhm.
Yeah.
mouth,
Yeah.
and their brain. It has nothing to do with the writer's opinion, the actor's opinion, that,
Mhm.
we're playing characters.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
this is a question I had on a little later, but I feel like it's the perfect time to plug it in. If you could be cast in another show that's airing right now, drama or comedy, which would you?
Oh my
which would you
God,
choose?
that's
I know.
such a good
It's-
question,
I
but
know.
it's so hard.
Oh.
The Bear, probably.
Yeah. Oh,
The
I knew you
Bear
were gonna say
or White Lotus, maybe.
Yes, White Lotus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I mean, I would love to be like, I mean, I don't know. Either those are
yeah,
great.
yeah. No.
And in the same vein, like they are related to me. I think that both of those shows really represent flawed human beings in all of their humanity.
Yes.
They can still be funny. They can still be lovable. They can still be totally fucked up, morally corrupt, ethically questionable, all of those things. And like, we can still enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. I don't know. I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, I feel like, you know what shows come up for me? Succession and Ted Lasso. Like everyone, all the characters in Succession, just the things that they choose to do, you hate them all, but you love to hate them.
Mhm.
That's why it's so good. Ted Lasso, you love all of them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, it's so funny. I feel like Ted Lasso is such an interesting example because that show really feels to me like people are being very thoughtful and doing their best to make smart, kind decisions. And that still creates conflict sometimes. Even in everyone's best, I mean, almost the anti-Succession where people are acting in their own best interest.
Right.
In Ted Lasso, it feels like these are characters who are acting in their community's best interest, but it can still create conflict. It can still create problems and obstacles that it's really interesting watching people trying to do the right thing as opposed to trying to do the wrong thing or whatever, trying to do the right thing and still ending up struggling.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just as interesting to watch.
I know.
I don't know.
So
Yep, great shows. both.
I haven't seen Ted Lasso, so I can't.
Oh my God.
Conversation.
It's
I don't
so
think I've actually seen. Did I see the finale of it yet?
But White Lotus.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that show's so good. So good.
so
Have you
fun
seen
to
it?
watch.
Okay, yeah.
You know, with Station 19 coming to an end,
Mm-hmm.
obviously we want to use this platform to allow other cast members to eventually come in and share their experiences and celebrate the show essentially, because it's been a great run. We're doing over 100 episodes, 7 seasons, and we've had a bunch of like favorite memories, funny memories, but what to you? It's hard. I know it's hard to pick, but is there a memory that stands out that's your favorite, or a funny, like one of the funny?
Oh God.
I know it's hard to choose, but I feel like
we've gone through. No, I'm gonna get emotional.
I know.
No, but I think that we've gone through like 7 lifetimes on this show. You know, like it literally feels like every year we've been like, is it gonna happen again? Are we doing this again? Because we've just had so much change, and I think that like
6 years, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
yeah. When year did we start
7
this?
to 2017.
Yeah, my God. I mean, that makes sense. 7
6, 7
seasons.
years.
We
Yeah.
end up in around 7 years. And I think that like my favorite, I have a couple. I feel like season 1 is so far in the background. It's hard to remember even like what it felt like to be there. I mean, professionally, like when we were talking about this the other day, like my favorite scene I've ever shot on this show.
Don't say anything. Let me guess. The one with you and Jay outside fighting, and then he grabs the stick. And is that one of them?
It's one of my favorite scenes for sure.
Okay.
I mean, that felt like a mini play that we got to do on the side of the street and just
yeah.
let it blow. Like it was amazing. No, it was it was on top of the fire truck after Ripley died. Like that scene was, I felt so connected to everybody in the cast in that moment. And I mean, fairly, it was in support of my character. So I got to sort of sit there and receive the love from everybody. But we shot that scene probably for like 3 or 4 hours. It took forever. And I cried every single take. It was totally silent, but I literally couldn't stop myself because everyone was touching each other. Like it was a moment where everybody connected physically with the other actors. And it was so, we like found it by ourselves. Like we had the opportunity to like, we weren't scripted in. We knew the order we were supposed to be in, and we knew what our relationship was to each other and the circumstances. And then during rehearsal, we just sort of figured it out. And that felt like a moment that everybody was really committed, even though it took forever and it was exhausting, but everyone was very committed to what that moment was supposed to be. And I think that's what made it such a magical moment for the show, and also obviously for me personally. But I mean, when I got this job, I didn't live in LA. I had never been a series regular on a show. I just finished what was basically the end of my roadmap. Like my only goal from like my early teens was to like star in a Broadway musical.
And you did.
And I did, which was amazing, in Groundhog Day. And 2 weeks later, I booked Station 19 after we closed Groundhog Day. But at that point, I like when Groundhog Day finished, I was like, I had no roadmap. I had no goals beyond do that. I had been driving towards this one thing for certainly my whole adult life, but also just like at that point, but also for like most of my childhood. And so coming into this situation, it was just a bunch of firsts for me. And also I came to LA without a support system. I mean, I had my boyfriend, thank God, at the time, but like I didn't have any friends who lived here. I didn't have a place to live. I had this job and the people I met.
Which then became your family.
It became my family and my friends. And so like saying goodbye to this has a lot of like carries a lot of weight for me. I've never lived in LA without Station 19 as a part of my life. It became so much of who I was and took up so much space socially and professionally. And so that's like I feel like for a long time it's felt like there was so much to lose. And for the first time, I think after the holiday, I'm glad we're having this conversation after a break. Because I was really stuck, I think, in the sentimentality of this happening. For the first couple weeks, and like really kind of wrangling with my reality shifting so intensely, so quickly. Because when they told us, like me and Carlos had to go and shoot a scene, like immediately afterwards. Like they told us during the lunch break, we talked to the crew, and then everyone else left, and like I left like all of you guys standing in the parking lot by the trailers, like talking. And me and Carlos had to go get into hair and makeup and go to work. And it was like, I was not functioning very well. And then it took a couple weeks for the whole thing to sink in. But now I think the holiday, the opportunity to like think a lot about what this has meant to me, both personally and professionally, has given me an opportunity to be excited about the future, to be excited about getting the opportunity to finish this story, because you never know. I mean, if this show had gone on for 15 years, would I still be here? Would I want to still be here? Would I have been ready to professionally take on new challenges? You know, obviously shooting Station 19 takes up a lot of our year. It's an amazing place to be. I am totally supported by friends and now family there. But I also am so excited about the opportunity to finish this story, to do it justice, and also to move on and to see where everybody ends up.
It's time for a quick break to tell you today's episode has a special partner, Keene. Gabby, have you ever had one of those moments where you needed some insight about your life, maybe about relationships or career choices?
Absolutely. And that's where Keene comes in. Keene connects you with an experienced psychic, a tarot reader, and astrologers to help guide you through life's uncertainties.
Keene is super easy to use. Just sign up and you can immediately choose from hundreds of gifted advisors. They're available for phone calls or chats whenever you need them.
That's right. And these readers, they each have unique talents, whether it's guidance on relationships, career advice, or even spiritual matters. Keene has someone who can help you navigate your path.
And the best part, for our After We Wrap listeners, Keene is offering a special deal. Your first 5-minute reading for just $1. Imagine getting insights that can really make a difference in your life for just $1.
Wow. Okay. So giving Keene a try was incredibly easy for me. I had so many questions about where my career was heading, and my Keene advisor gave me so much clarity and peace of mind.
Don't stay in doubt. A Keene advisor is online right now to help you. So go to trykeene.com/afterwewrap or click the link in our description. Remember, your first 5-minute reading is only $1.
Again, for insightful readings and guidance, visit our partners Keene at trykeene.com/afterwewrap. Okay, now let's get back to today's episode.
I was texting some of these guys on New Year's, actually, speaking of New Year's, saying, I'm so excited to see where we're all going to be next year this time, you know? It's going to feel different.
Yeah.
So I have a lot to lose saying goodbye to this, and I feel brokenhearted and sentimental about it. But I also am excited for the opportunity to do justice to the last 7 years and the storytelling that we've done.
Yeah.
And to move on, because there have also been some challenges here.
Yeah.
And like personally, professionally, and otherwise. And so it's like, it's exciting to think of like, wow, we actually, the few of us who are there from the beginning get to like start and finish one story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And appreciate the time that we've spent. And sorry, I'm totally
No.
No.
But I just think like, I mean, you had a lot of firsts too, Jaina, and like watching you grow in your position from season 1 to now has been absolutely fucking remarkable. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm like,
why are you gonna make me cry?
No, I mean, I'm gonna be a fucking wreck. Our last couple weeks, it's gonna be a nightmare. But I really like, it's all hitting me sort of slowly that like I've gotten to watch everybody grow. We've gotten to watch everybody grow from
and everyone's
season
life
1 to now.
has changed dramatically. Like, talk about the drama in front of the camera. Behind the camera has been like loss and love and like you said, challenges, but also incredible opportunities and like friends that became family. Like, I can't wait to have reunions now.
Oh my God.
This is gonna feel like we're back. I feel like it's gonna be even more.
Yeah, and there's people we're not gonna say goodbye to either.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Course,
like
of course.
and that's the beauty in it, is that you don't have to, but it is, you know, our job is filled with goodbyes, right?
Yeah.
Like our job as actors, we have to. I mean, I know in theater, jobs never last this long,
Right.
ever. I mean, unless you really choose to commit to being like typically an ensemble member in a Broadway show for years. I mean, people do it for 15, 20 years sometimes if the show runs long enough. But like for the most part, it's 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 if you're lucky, and you're gone. And that's typically, you know, TV too. It's rare that anybody ends up on a show this long. Yeah. So being grateful for that too. But like, this is also our job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for a while, it felt like it really became my life, our life, you know, but it's helpful, I think, in this moment to remember, oh shit,
this is the business. This is the
business. Mm-hmm. And while we all love TV, you know, I love TV. I'm devastated when my favorite shows end. Devastated. But I also know that like, what a gift
Yeah.
What a gift.
What a gift.
To have had, to have appreciated, and to be excited for whatever comes next. Because those people, like, the characters can survive, but like these people who live behind the characters, who give life to them, are like also people.
Yeah.
Who
Yep.
are going
100%.
through a whole bunch of shit on the
Yep.
backside.
Yep.
You know.
So true. Ooh, that gave me.
Anyway,
Oh
I don't know. That was a
felt
lot.
I felt that one.
Watching the both of you talk about this, I was just like over here. What
Sorry,
what was
the
that?
flaky
I know.
post, the flaky post.
But that was beautiful. Just like you can feel the love, you can feel the growth in the space that you have created.
The weight. There's so
And-
much weight. Like you're right, saying goodbye. We're not. I mean, essentially, we're not saying goodbye.
No.
We're closing a chapter, but such a long,
Huge.
heavy.
Has anybody
huge
on our show, other than maybe
chapter.
Jason, been on a show this long? I don't think anybody
No,
has.
No, I don't think so.
It's like,
Wow.
what do you even do with
First for
that?
so many. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. My next question, I think you know who this comes from. Favorite scene partner, Jay, Hayden, or other? And that's from Jay.
oh, yeah. I wonder who asked that question. No, I mean, I hate to say it, and I love you to death, but you know,
I know.
Jay is like,
I know.
I've never felt so lucky in a collaboration. Like, favorite scene partner, hands down, of all time. Like, I really, really like have felt so lucky to work with him and learn from him and like be as close as we've been able to be for the past 7 years. And like, I don't know, I feel like this has never been said, like put out there, but when we shot the pilot, this is a story that Jay and I have like repeated to other people we work with, but when we shot the pilot, we all flew up to Seattle, and Jay and I only worked the first day. I think we were up there for 3 days, but Jay and I were only supposed to be there for 2 days. And then they had a ticket for us to leave, the group who were done shooting to leave. And Jay and I both decided to stay an extra day. We all like went out one night, which was the most fun part about shooting in Seattle. But then also we walked around Capitol Hill, Jay and I, and like found, like, we're like, maybe we would live in this apartment. This is maybe the bar that we would go to. We like got a burger, and it was just so ridiculous that like, and I have some video from that.
I was just gonna say, I remember that burger video of you just.
And I was like, I know that at some point, probably at the end of this season, when we're, doing all of our sad Instagram reels and shit.
I know.
But
I know.
I feel like that's gonna be in there because but he's
the core.
he's
That's
my
foundation.
my rock, and really that's the story that like I've loved to tell. I've loved telling the most on the show is the friendship between Vic and Travis, and that's my guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And seeing you like throughout the years from the very beginning, I definitely want to see you on stage again for sure.
Oh,
because
yeah.
your voice, my gosh.
Thanks.
But like seeing you grow and seeing your work and even getting to have our little scenes together,
Oh
which
my God,
there
it's
needs
so-
to be more.
Yeah, there will be, but
But yeah, it's been like such an honor, and
Thanks, Keene.
and I'm constantly in awe of what your commitment and your dedication and your showing up and just like being such a professional. Like
Thanks.
it's something that I'll never forget, because I mean we all know it's our job, but not everyone comes to set just ready to go. But when you do come across those actors, you appreciate it so much
Thank
more.
you.
Like it goes a long way.
Well, I think
So-
I like genuinely love acting. I don't love the business side of it. I
Right.
mean, I'm sure that's no
Yeah.
surprise to anybody. It's really hard.
Mhm.
Like moments like this, right? Like that makes
Yeah.
it really hard, but like loving what we do is and getting to do it for a living is pretty remarkable. So like I really love the process and
I was
committing.
thinking that too, and I was taking a shower the other day.
You shower?
I shower.
That's why you smell so good.
I was like, gosh, I love acting. I love the art of it, the craft of it, but the business side
sucks.
Yeah.
Like, what? You know, so yeah, I had that moment of just like, gosh, if I didn't have to do this press or like show up for this thing and anything that doesn't involve the acting part. I'm
fucking
like, gosh,
social media, man.
I know.
No surprise to anybody. I don't enjoy it. I do not like, it's really weird.
Right.
Yeah.
I find it weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a necessary evil and I still resist it somehow. But it's, it's part of the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
yeah, no, it totally.
I'm not in marketing.
Yeah.
You know?
What are you looking forward to in this new chapter of your career?
Ooh. Taking on more responsibility. Like I would really like to explore creating, producing. I am hoping. I was emailing about it. Like we've had a lot of our co-workers move into directing and I'm more interested in the writing side. So this season, obviously I won't get an opportunity to do any of that. I am hopefully going to be shadowing a bit in the writer's room.
Ooh.
And I am very interested in writing. I'm weirdly less interested in directing, but I'm interested in writing and producing. But generally, I still just kind of like being an actor. So taking on more responsibility as an actor, being finding an opportunity, hopefully being given the opportunity to step into a position like you did, Jaina, and be a lead or a number 2 or something. Like I love being in an ensemble-based show, but I also, like one of the gifts of these 7 years is I learned what it's like to be on a set and what a leader, what you want a leader to look like, right? And like all of the different things that you have to do as a number 1 to like lead your ensemble, lead a community. And I feel like I want to be part of that. I want to be able to like set an example of how, for how I want my coworkers to be. And also just, I like enjoy doing it. So I want the challenge of like having to be in every fucking scene in an episode.
That's how it was on Rosewood.
Hard.
Oh my goodness. I had 1 day off for the entire season, and that was a 22 episode show.
That's insane.
I remember I remember maybe 2 days out of all the episodes we shot.
God.
Yeah, so it was Monday through Friday, and I had about 4 to 5 scenes per day. So I would have the little tabs on the script, and yeah.
I don't know.
I know. It's fun. It's definitely.
And I'm sure it's not everything is chalked up to be, because it's also a lot of extra work that, again, the business side of it that you don't necessarily want to take on, but that goes on your schedule too. Yeah. So it's, that's very challenging, but I tend to make goals, right? Like I said, like the thing about reaching the end of my roadmap and then having to like extend it to, past where the map ended. Like now I'm trying to think of what is next, because this is another roadmap that I'm hitting, I'm hitting the end of what's next. And I don't know, pick another weird lofty goal that I don't think I can do, and then chase it and see what happens. Yeah. So who knows? I don't know. I'm trying to manifest. That's a very vulnerable, very vulnerable thing to say out loud.
Well, we appreciate your openness, your vulnerability. It's beautiful. Switching gears a little bit, please. If you were to be stuck on an island.
Oh, I love this question.
So silly,
we ask it to everyone.
So fun.
Yeah. If you were stuck on an island, what are 3 products that you would bring with you that you can't live without?
Product like what kind of product? Anything.
Just anything.
Anything.
Right?
But 3 things.
Three
products.
Things.
Products.
Yeah.
Products.
Yeah, we always say products. I think. Yeah.
Products.
Products. Just things.
Yeah, 3 products. Let's go 3 products.
Okay.
I think the first one you said, Jaina, was lip gloss.
I did not.
Like I'm thinking about products like
chapstick. That's what it was.
I said chapstick because the sun and the burning of the.
Sure. That makes sense. I'm trying to think of like, I mean, like I would want some music. So probably like an iPod. I'm assuming, can a cell phone be one of those things?
Yes.
But if it doesn't work, who cares?
Don't
But
we
if it's
have
got like a
reception?
game
Yeah.
or a charger.
But I think
don't
it's
know.
more like survival things. What are, right? Is
Or
that
3, let's say 3 beauty products.
Okay.
Oh,
all right,
easy. Okay.
Okay.
That's, well, I guess it's not that easy. Leave-in conditioner.
Oh, yes. Leave-in. You got to have that leave-in.
Blush.
Because she
Blush?
needs blush.
I'm a blush girl.
On an island?
I get it though.
You said beauty products. Why do you need anything? I mean, why do you need anything if you're on an island?
That's true.
That's true.
No, but like stranded. Like you have nothing.
Yeah, like
You have nothing. You just.
why did we
machete?
ever come
I
up with
don't
this
know.
question?
I don't know.
You made this so confusing for her.
I did. Right. Okay. Like
No,
let's
I
say
guess-
you're what's his face in
Oh,
the movie?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks in
Hanks
Castaway. And you had 3 products.
Well, I
You
also
want
watch
anything.
a lot of survival shows, so I'm gonna say a machete, a fire starter, and some sort of net.
Yes,
There we
done.
go. There we
done.
go.
Done and done.
I watch Alone and Naked and Afraid.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go.
I had a friend on Naked on Afraid.
You did?
And yes, Steve.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
well, I guess I'm
Do you
gonna go
have
back
all
and
the
find
juice?
that
Do you
and
have
see
all
your
the-
Steve, your friend Steve naked.
Really? Yeah, but it was really hard. It was like a really hard thing to do, and it didn't.
And they're really naked.
And they're really naked. Yeah,
I would
Oh, yeah.
not want to do Naked and
Yeah.
Afraid at all.
Yeah.
But
they don't get paid.
I know that.
They don't get paid to do that.
I mean, why?
I know.
It's the bugs. It's the bugs for
It's
me.
the
I
bugs.
can't.
It's the bugs
I
for me.
can't do that. I can't do it.
and
You
I
can't
wanna
have
see other
crawling up there.
Yeah.
anywhere. In fact,
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
there, in there,
In there, around there,
on the outside.
on the outside. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. Okay. The freaking island question.
But I mean,
sucked.
if, I guess
It was a hard.
if I could also squeeze a blush in my bag,
would
I
you
would.
I know blush. I love that. You
Blush,
like
yeah.
blush. Gotta have
You
blush.
gotta have-
I do.
You
I'm
gotta
a-
have makeup. You gotta look cute for the fishes.
That's yeah, why not?
What's the one person you would bring on the island with you?
Ooh.
One
Oh
person.
God.
Ooh.
I mean, Austin. I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
my boyfriend. He also can like do everything.
Yeah.
He would be. He's like. I think I said once, like on like an anniversary or whatever on Valentine's Day, like he's the person I would want to survive the apocalypse with. That's
Aw.
him. He is not only my favorite person in the world, but also like functional. He's like a functional choice. And I would just
I
Do-
love
do-
that.
do
Yeah,
her. Do
yeah.
everything.
He's an all
to
in one.
follow that response, like what is your top love language in a romantic partner, and which one for friendship?
I wrote that.
You
I wrote that stupid question.
That's a really great question. I mean, mine is God, what are they? I think a lot about this, but I never know what all of them are. Aren't there 6? Are there 6?
5.
5?
Of what?
How many love languages are there?
Oh shit, I don't know. Google it. Hey Google.
Shane was like,
But yeah, I feel like I should hear them again. But I'm pretty sure I know what mine is.
I actually.
Oh, 5.
there it is.
There's 5.
Acts of service,
Physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gift giving,
and
and quality time. Oh, okay, yeah, mine is words of affirmation.
Really?
Aw.
And romance?
Yeah, that's like really. I'm a talker, no surprise to anybody, but I like that type of communication is like really important
Yeah.
for me. And yeah, for friends, probably quality time, but maybe also words of affirmation, but probably quality time. I love hanging out with my friends. I think it's fun. Shooting
I
the
love
shit.
that. I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Friends
That's,
are
that was a
fun.
good question.
Wait, what about you?
I have
guys?
top-
Have you
I have,
answered
like-
these already?
Yes, I don't know, maybe. But it's
What?
not, who cares about us? Just kidding.
about you,
Physical
Barrett.
touch and quality time for intimate partner,
Yeah.
and then for
Yeah.
friendship, also acts of service is the third one on the list for me.
I know.
Mm.
But I think quality
You
time.
like, wait, did that mean you like to receive or
That's
you like
the thing.
to give?
That's also like what you like to receive, but what you like to give.
Yeah.
I think for both, I like to receive and give the quality time and the physical touch. And then the acts of service is also huge for me. 1, 2, 3. But for friendship, I think quality time, both giving and receiving,
Yeah.
have to be it.
Same. I think I'm.
You don't realize how recharging it is.
Yeah.
When you're until after you like hang with your friends.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh
feel
my
this. What is it called? You
God.
release some type
Like
of
endorphins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so healthy. Yeah. It's so good.
What is the endorphin that you release when you hug?
Oh.
Google.
It's something.
I feel like I should know this.
But it's
I
so
know it.
true. It's so true what you're saying about hanging out with
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin. That's that feeling. That's what it is.
Oxytocin. That's so true.
Mom.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take anything from set? Maybe like a piece of wardrobe.
Who says I haven't already taken something from set?
Oh, okay. You know what? What they always give out. You know the thing you slip up from your chair, the set chair.
Yeah.
Have you taken one of those?
For sure. I'll take that. There might be some stuff. I don't know if I'm assuming we still have it. We haven't, this is not a spoiler. We haven't shot in Vic and Travis's house yet. But there might be some stuff in Vic's room that I would want to take. There are some like framed photos that they have in there that are like of,
That's cute.
Vic and Travis and, and there's at least one of those that I would probably want to take. I don't know where I would put it. Like, I don't know if I want like, me in uniform, like up in my house, but, I don't know.
That's
might,
cute.
I
That's
might,
cute. I
feel
that.
like there might be some costume stuff. Like there's some cute boots and shit that I've gotten over the past couple of years that I might want to take. There's a coat that I love that I just wore for an episode that would be great. I mean, we'll see. But I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I wish there was something like, oh, you know what I would love, but I don't know how I would get one. They probably have extras. I would like my patch that says
yes. You gotta get
I'm
it.
sure
You
they
gotta
have like
get
1,000 of them
Yes,
just lying
of course,
around.
of
I would
course.
like one of those, and I would probably put it on like a bag or
That's cute.
sew
That's
it on
cute.
a
Little
leather
memento.
coat or something fun that's just
What's
like.
something that have you taken anything?
The helmet. I feel like the helmet's like.
But the helmet does the helmet say captain or is it just because it's orange? What color is it? It's orange, right?
It's orange.
Does it say captain on it?
Yeah, I think they put the little sticker. Like it's the stickers that they just.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
It
it's
has
a
to be
badge, probably.
the badge. Yeah, those.
I don't know.
are
What
the
would you
helmet.
want? Was there anything else you would want to take?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's all we can't because props.
Yeah,
They don't. They're gonna be like,
we're
here,
not
take
taking
your
our turnouts.
take your axe or yeah, we can't take the
Oh
turnouts.
shit!
The turnouts are
The axe would be
expensive.
amazing.
The axe.
because they have a real one too.
We have
and some of
realies
us
and fakies.
customize them.
Oh yeah, you
and
customize
so
yours.
actually, That's a great. I would love to
That's
take my
badass.
axe.
I could see that hanging on your.
I
your
can
house.
too. It would actually look good
The
in my
wood,
house.
yeah. It's very
Huh. Something to think
wood's
about.
cabiny.
Luckily,
Okay.
I'm friends with one of the people who works
yeah.
in props.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna call Alicia and be like, "Hey."
You want to do this or that?
Already? Do we still have more time, or are we?
Just
are
so,
we,
well,
all
we
right.
can always come
Okay.
back.
Okay,
come back to
okay.
it, but start it off.
This or that. All
Answer
right.
it
Just
without
as quick as
thinking.
possible. Yeah.
Bam, boom.
Okay.
New York City or Minneapolis?
Wait, hold on a second.
Oh,
Wait,
New York City. Sorry,
New York
Minneapolis.
City. Singing on stage or acting on TV?
I had to think about that.
Yeah.
I know that one's a hard one.
This one's a hard one. Yeah.
Acting on TV, singing on stage is very stressful.
Ooh,
Yeah, I can
okay.
only imagine.
Time travel to the past or future?
Oh, future.
Ooh, yeah.
Kidding? What would I do in
I know,
the past?
I know.
Wouldn't be an easy life.
Performing with James Earl Jones or Andy Carl?
I
I
mean,
know.
goddamn. Andy Carl, I love you, but it's got to be James Earl Jones.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Accidentally send a text to the wrong person or reply all mistakenly to an email.
What would I rather do?
What would you rather? Yeah. Ooh.
Send a text to the wrong
Right,
person.
yeah,
I've done
yeah.
that already.
Groundhog Day or you can't take it with you.
I literally can't answer that question.
Fair.
I can't.
Fair.
I have to.
No, that's
Oh God. See, I spilled. This is why I get nervous. I'm sweating.
That's hard. That would be.
I mean, one was grad school and one was like my life's accomplishment.
I can't do it. You can't do it. I'm stressed out for you. Don't do
I
it.
can't.
Don't do
I
it.
literally
Pass.
can't answer that
All
question.
right.
Pass.
I don't understand this one, but I guess I'm gonna fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses.
Huh?
I have to think about that.
100 duck-sized horses.
Okay.
Yeah, little horses.
Little
How
horses,
cute. But also you could just
yeah.
boot them if you had to.
All right, last one. Only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
Ooh. Probably. Oh, no. I already talk so loud all the time. I can almost never whisper. So I guess I would only be able to whisper. I would rather do that because you would.
I feel like Barrett's personality is. Oh my God! You have no idea what you can't help it. You can't. It's like true. It's like you can. It could only last for like a second. Let me tell you something. Okay, here's what happened.
I can't. I get so excited.
Yeah.
I get so excited to tell a story.
I love you, Groundhog. I'm gonna call you Groundhog.
Please.
I'm gonna call you Groundhog.
Spending a whole week.
She just came from Puerto Rico.
Every time I go back home,
Sure.
I'm speaking Spanish 100%, and then I forget English. I sort of, and then it's so funny.
She knows English, Italian, Spanish.
No, it's
so
amazing.
Like she's.
And then your accent comes out. It's thicker. And then in Puerto Rico, when I'm speaking English, I'm like with an accent.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. I mean,
does your accent come back? Oh, you're Minnesota.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's like when I talk to my mom. It's really bad. But I don't know, when I talk on the phone
Oh
to
my God.
people in my family, I tend to really go like full bore.
This is blowing my mind.
I know, but it's like it's weird. It's like when I talk to my mom, who's been spending a lot more time in Minnesota lately, so like her accent is back, and my extended family, like my cousin, my aunts, like my uncle for sure. But I haven't been in Minnesota for a long time, but when I'm there, it's hard not to like get into the lilt of speaking like a person from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota. I love it. I've never been to Minnesota. Have you?
Me
been to
neither.
Minnesota?
You betcha. It's great. It's a really, actually, I mean, Minneapolis or New York. I love New York, but like Minneapolis is an amazing, amazing city. And like Minnesota is a beautiful place to be from. People are very nice. It's actually very liberal, which is awesome. I think it's like Minneapolis, St. Paul have been on like the list. I don't know where it is now, but at least a couple years ago, it was like on the list of like best places to live. It was like one of the happiest cities because like the cost of living is pretty low. People are nice. I mean, even despite the weather, maybe people feel like they have to be nice to each other because it's so cold for so much of the year. But yeah, I love it.
Well, I loved this. This was fun. Thank you so much I feel like I'm going to cry for coming on here and like sharing your heart with us and being the first lady of Station 19 to bless the After We Wrap podcast. Hopefully we can get many more cast members, including the men. Okay. We want them all, maybe a little group together. I mean, I feel like we hang out.
I know
all the time, so I feel like maybe
some microphones down in the middle. I don't know. You'd probably hear a lot of stuff that you cannot put on the podcast,
right?
But no, I mean, I thank you guys so much for having me. I really do appreciate the opportunity to like talk about my feelings about this because it's like I hadn't said anything on like Instagram because it just felt trite and it felt rushed. Like I felt like a lot of pressure to have an opinion or a feeling or yes, let's do this or whatever. And it's like, well, I don't actually know how I feel. I feel a lot of things. I have a lot of reason to be sad and devastated personally and professionally. And for the fans who are losing a show that means so much to them. And it's a beautiful and intense fandom that we have of this show. And I appreciate that it means so much to them. And this show has also been my life for the past 7 years. So I understand that feeling too, that this is so all encompassing. It's such a huge loss. Like, obviously, I feel that more than a lot of people do, you know, it's literally taken over my life, my relationship, where I live, my identity in so many ways. And now it's gone. And that's, so I understand the pain.
Yeah.
And I also want to be able to move on and to encourage like people to see that change can be good, that there's life on the other side, as we will all have to find, you know, and that goes for jobs, relationship, loss, you know, personal losses. Like we all have to learn how to accept change. And
beautiful.
It's really painful, but
I know we were talking about how the last episode, the last couple of weeks, the last few days, the last of everything, we're gonna be
it's gonna be horrible.
It's a beautiful wreck, but still,
I think all of us, without fail, every single member of the cast is very sad, because we all know that this has been a really special experience and one that we may never get again.
But one that we'll take with us.
Oh my God.
Forever. I know. Thank you for coming on.
I love you guys. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
And just chit-chatting with us. And
thanks for giving me such a safe space to blabber.
Oh, of course. I hope you all at home got to know a little more about Barrett Doss. Where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram. Don't go _ Waterfall.
I love that. That username.
Don't go Jason. I actually thought in the beginning when I first heard it when I was
when I was a kid, that's where that came
from.
Don't go
Jason.
I was like, who's Jason Waterfall? The first name that I went for on Instagram was just Jason Waterfalls. But then that was taken. So I just went the full name, and then I had to put the underscore. I don't know why. And I haven't changed it because honestly, I'm kind of okay with people not being able to find me. Like it's okay with me. So like, I mean, if they want to, they will. And that's where you can find me. If
I
you
was
want
so
to.
confused when I saw
Not too
it
much
for the
going on
first
there,
time.
to be honest. Yeah, it's
I was so confused. I'm like, huh?
Who is this?
I don't get it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm also on Twitter. Well, on
X.
But I do not participate other than a like every once in a while in the wrong place usually. But I don't really, I just go on there to observe. Yeah. It's a cesspool.
Yeah. We're all dog moms.
Yes, we are.
Shout out Roberta Doss. Roberta June, I love you.
Birdie.
Yeah, Birdie is the best. I thought there was going to be a lot more dog talk on this.
I know. I was.
How much time do we have?
I mean, hold on a second.
What do you love about
you just adopted a mini English bulldog?
Yeah, we haven't done a full a full genetic test on her yet, but she is. I mean, the adoption place said that she was pretty much 100% English bulldog. She looks like one, but she's very small. She's like 20 pounds. Oh my gosh. And she's about 7 months now. She's not expected to get much bigger, which is hilarious. And she's like a little gremlin.
She's a chunk of monk.
She's chunky. She's got a massive underbite, and her tongue sticks out when she goes. The more sleepy she is, the further her tongue sticks in. Yeah. She's so sweet. She's an absolute dream, and I'm totally obsessed with her.
Is she sleeping through the night?
She's sleeping through the night, unfortunately, in my bed, which I did not plan on, but she had a cherry eye, which is bulldogs get them a lot.
Our dog got it too.
Yeah, a lot of the brachycephalic, the smush face dogs get them. And so she had a surgery, it failed. She had another surgery, it failed, and she had a third surgery, and I think it's stuck this time, but she's doing great and she looks great, and you know, she's fine either way because she's so happy and sweet and rough and tumble. Indestructible little dog. I love her so much.
Lou goes under for his little surgery.
His little nuts.
He gets neutered on Friday. So his little bolitos are gonna.
They're
tiny. They're very tiny. They're little.
They're teeny tiny bolitas.
Yeah. Oh, you should save them.
Should I save him? I was gonna save his teeth. No, I'm not gonna save his balls. I'm gonna save his. I have the teeth. The little baby teeth that come out, and I was thinking of like putting it on a necklace or something. I know.
Oh my God.
No,
You're
I'm not
gonna
do
look
it.
like a serial killer.
I know,
Jaina.
I know,
You can't
I know.
keep teeth on a necklace.
She's collecting.
I
all
may
of
just
his
keep it
teeth.
in a little plastic
Memory
bag and put it
box.
like a memory box. A little memory box. That's what I'll do.
No, it's good.
I know.
love, but they're very good friends, and I'm sure we'll have
I know.
some
Have they
excellent
met?
They've met.
Birdie and Lou content.
Lou gets a little too excited and aggressive when he just wants to play and doesn't give
but
dogs a chance.
they take it. I mean, she takes it very well. He is faster than her. No surprise there,
fast and
because
like-
she's just like.
yeah, she's like a little piggy.
Yeah, she's a piglet, but she puts up a pretty good fight. I think they're a pretty funny match.
I know, they're cute. And then we all have
It's like a
yeah.
hippo and a gazelle. Like, it's just really.
It's so cute. I know they are taking up a lot of time, but the happiness that they give
Oh my
us,
God.
Isn't
the
it
joy.
wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? There's
It's
like the
nothing like
first
it.
things that give you attention in the mornings. Hi, and
Yeah.
then you just feel
Yeah.
you feel so important.
needed.
You feel needed. There's a reason that you gotta wake up. You
Yeah.
gotta take care of this little.
And I'm so happy to do it. That's
Yes.
what surprises
Yes.
me. I feel like there was a time in my life when it was like an inconvenience, and now I'm like excited to take her for a piss. And then when she does it right in the right place, I'm like,
My pleasure.
yeah, it's like a personal victory of mine, and I just really, it is.
The best
I feel like
feeling.
when we spent time, we like took our dogs to like a party together, and it was all these people and their kids, and like me and Jaina
Us
with our
with our
fresh babies, just like, are they okay? Should we put them down? I don't know. And
I
these
know,
kids are
it
like
was
doing
so
somersaults and falling all over themselves,
Yeah.
and we were just like, the baby. I was
Get
like,
the
we're
dog
two
bag.
crazy
Water.
ladies with their dogs
I
and
know.
strollers. We're those people now, which is not great.
I know, but it's, you know what?
I accept where I am.
Yes. I accept it too. I am a dog mom, a proud dog mom.
How lucky are we?
Yeah. I never even got to talk about Angel though. Angel
Was that the one
was
that you
a little
had?
devil. It didn't work out with us. And
Sweet.
sweet Angel was given to a family that I think they must have blended, they must have mixed well, because the combination,
Yeah.
Angel was severely traumatized when
But that's
he
what's
was surprised. I
important.
didn't even buy or adopt Angel myself. It was a gift for me. Angel was a dog that was given to me by my ex-husband.
What's that
And-
season? It would have been
And he
season
was
2.
bought over Instagram, and he was traveled from Korea by himself in a crate with no attendant, no one to just this little tiny thing. Sitting in
He
his
was
own
so
piss
tiny.
and shit, on a plane ride, probably like where am I going? And so yeah, there was a lot that was wrong, and I was like, it's not fair to this dog that I'm living this kind of lifestyle where I can't be present all the time. I have to be on set, and he's stuck in a trailer again in a cage. Like, he needs to be with the family, constantly playing outside, like given way more attention.
Yeah.
And so I think
And that's the most important thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, everyone can take on just what they can take on, and that's the best thing for the
Yeah.
dog and the person.
Yes.
And
it should be a mutual.
But
kind
what a
of thing.
gift. We all found a good match.
I know we found a good match.
The perfect babies.
Well, we'll share a lot of dog videos. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. I'm
that's
just
all we
like
do
dog
now.
photos and videos constantly.
Honestly, it's the most I've posted on Instagram in years, I think.
I love it. It's so cute. Well, we want more pictures of Roberta. Please.
Yes.
Yes.
Roberta, what
thank
a
you again.
name.
Love you so
love you guys.
so
Thanks
much.
for having me.
And yeah, can't wait to see what you do next.
I know.
Yeah,
same.
right there, like, oh my
what
God.
a fun. I mean, it's very sad and also like personally exciting,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But
I'm excited.
Well, I
I'm
guess
excited
we'll
for
see.
both of
Follow
you.
Barrett Doss. Check her out.
yeah.
And so much more to come. See you next.
Maybe I'll get
next
better
episode.
at, social media suddenly when I have more
Maybe.
time on my hands.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to see some selfies, some new
Post
outfit
more
selfies.
Oh, yeah.
Selfies.
Yeah.
Maybe some pictures of your interior
Oh, yeah.
decorating.
Yeah. Honestly, that should probably
cute.
be what I do.
She's like, no,
I love
it's not
it.
gonna happen.
We'll see. Okay. Mwah. See you
Bye,
next
guys.
week. Bye.